Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today, we're going to be doing something that we haven't done before on the Balancing Spirit streams. And you might be thinking, what could we possibly be doing? Well, so you see, more than one person won the poll today. Hello, chat. So the two people that won the poll today was Kraft and Cass, right? And I really want to work on Cass because she's our main character and she's going to be needing a lot of different animations, right? But with Kraft, if you remember from last Balancing Spirits stream, the only thing we really have left for him for the most part is just this tail. So what we need is just like this tail to start moving, right? Which is pretty simple. So what we're going to try and do today, chat, is we're going to try and do it to where we do two characters in one stream. I know, it's quite bold. But we are going to try and do two characters in one stream. So we're going to start with Kraft, and then we're going to go to Cass. Because I know Cass is going to be the more difficult of the two. And if you're wondering, how do you know that Cass is going to be more difficult? Because all I have to do for him is literally just make the tail go right? Alright. So first off, we gotta find the key moments that we want. What kind of animations? For Cass or for Kraft? For Cass, because she's a main character, we have like walk cycles we need to make, run cycles, interactive animations, yeah. So a lot of those basic animations that, and that's also not including any like fight animations that also need to be made. So that's why it's like, oh well, Cass has a lot of stuff. But for Kraft, really, he just has this animation and then a cutscene that he's in, and that's really it. And so, or at least like for the demo, he of course has like more importance in the full game, but I'm mostly just animating and doing things for the demo for now, just so then I have a start for when I work on the full game. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with red. And I think I gotta find where so this is the main point here. And I want the tail to be, I think, like, I want it to be over here, kind of doing like, maybe like the opposite. So it would be, so this would be going out, and then, so it'd be kind of like that. Yeah. And then, second core part, so it'd be back to this. And then, oh. I just gotta think of how, so this is 19 animations, so it's an odd, and we want it to end on the beat. So, the halfway point is roughly like 19 or 18 divided by 2. It'd be like right around here. right around here, we need to make sure that it's switching back to, because I do want it to just be a lazy tail, and I don't want it to be super like, you know. So we could do it to where this part right here, so right where it's like jump scare, get out of here. All right. Also, I am looking into getting a better camera, possibly. I need to look into it, but it is a possible future. It is a possible future. And then this is going like this. So we're gonna. So I'm just gonna come in here and kind of give like a bit of a draft thing of this, so it'd be kind of like. So then we need a middle part for this. So then that'd be like right here roughly. No, we'll do this just so then I can see it a little bit better. And we'll do this right here. So then we can kind of see it faintly. I mean, you guys can't really see it that well, but it's very faint. And it gives like a middle point for me to work off of. Actually, I'm going to make the... we can keep that, but I need the opacity for these. And it's already all the way up. Oof. Oof. Okay. Props for you. 2D animation is hard. I only started learning 3D art because I didn't want to do 2D animation for all the interactions and stuff. That's fair. That's fair. I will say, like, it is a very different, it's very different in the way that it works, right? Because with 3D, you can cheat in certain ways. And it's really funny. I love to do things in like 3D in which like you would not be able to do in 2D at all. Like for the opening animation for Tortured Artist, for when like you know you do another flash and then the woman's gone. Um, when I animated that, you can go back into the like Tortured Artist live streams when I was animating that. But I basically just took her standing there and I just threw her off out of the camera's like shot, right? Which you wouldn't have to do in 2D at all, because in 2D you can just erase and then they're not there anymore. But I don't know, it's very interesting because like the other thing in 3D is like you just need to add the skeleton for like this guy, and then just move the skeleton, and then boom, you had an animation. It's very interesting the difference, because I don't have a skeleton 2D animating. I just have drawings, a bunch of drawings put together. So let's see how this tail kind of like roughly looks. Yeah, roughly it looks not too bad. Then let's add a little bit more just to get the idea of the movement. So then we can kind of get, you know, what's going on. And if we think it works at that speed, and it'll be the same thing here, I think. Here. let's see if that works. Hmm. There's also 2D rigging as well. Yes, there is. There is 2D rigging. Um, yeah, there is 2D rigging. But I haven't done 2D rigging before. I don't know. Like the things I've seen on it, it does like certain like things really well, but other things like it's kind of iffy. At least what from what I know, it could have gotten better, in the years that I haven't looked at it. But yeah, that's just what I know. Let's see here. All right, think I think we're good with like how it looks. So we're gonna start erasing the tail. Whoosh. It's gone. Actually, I don't know why I erased it on that one. Out of all of them, I think we're gonna start actually with the base metal, just to get a good idea of where we're going. I know you can do 2D rigging in Blender the same way you do 3D rigging. Yeah, I think I've seen that. I know the thing that I showed you that one time of like this guy doing if you guys have ever seen the Wombi um like animated like shorts where it's like I'm gonna shake this soda and give it to Wombi and like it then like he opens it and it's like a like nuclear bomb or something like that. Yeah, so that's all done in Blender, which is really cool. But I don't know. I've been doing this. It's also because I don't, at least I don't have a tablet up here, so that's another factor of why it just works better for me to do it this way for now. I might look into doing it the other way at some point, but for now, it works best for me this way. Yeah, you saw that one? Yes! Like, whenever like, do, I say soda pop now, I'm not thinking of the K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm thinking of that. So I'm like, soda pop. It's so, it's, oh my gosh. Literally, it was reduced to a silhouette. Like, chat. It was I was so shocked. But they had like a new one. So they had like this new one that was what is it? I think it was a shoot. What are the dolls called where you stick pins in them and then the person actually feels voodoo dolls. Voodoo dolls. So they had a voodoo doll one um in which they like for some reason found like a voodoo doll of him in someone else's like grandpa's attic, right? And before it was released, they showed their process a little bit, a little sneak peek of their process on Blender, and it was really cool. I was like, wow, I didn't know you use Blender. But it does make me tempted to try Blender in that fashion, just to see if it would be good or not. There we go. That's not bad. And place all these other tails here, just so then we have a better idea of what we're working with. Bye bye tails. Blender can really be used to make just about anything. Literally. Like, some videos that I have, I've been working on in the background, done with Blender. I'm editing things with Blender. Yeah. Right. Honestly, I'd be shocked if someone hasn't. Though, like, I will say, like, when it comes to, like, running Doom on Blender, I don't even know how they would, like, go about doing it. You know? Like, I don't know how you would run Doom on Blender. But that also could just be because, I don't know it, like, super, super well. Like, I know it enough, but I'm still learning and uncovering more random knowledge bits about Blender. It's like a dark magic that you're, like, learning, and you're like, oh, wow, I didn't know you could, like, I don't know, like, destroy an entire village. And it's like, yeah, obviously I can do that. I'm like, okay, well, good to know. Oh, that was made on Blender? That's crazy. Wait, what is Garn 747? What is that? Explain it. I might have heard of it, but I don't know it too well. Eh, eh. Oh, okay then. Well, inadvertently made it on a different layer for that one. Well, that was useful. I will say the most tedious thing about oh, it came from a mod of FNN, and it was pretty popular like a couple years ago. Okay, I see, I see, I see. FNN is Friday Night Funkin', right? Just want to make sure. Just just want to make sure. Because if it's not, then 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 you lost me. You lost me again. But if it is, then I'm right. I'm here. I'm here. I got it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Because I won't lie. The Friday Night Funkin' like abbreviation. Whenever I see it, I'm always like, "Oh, you misspelled the FNAF. You misspelled FNAF." Like when I first look at it, I'm like, "Oh, well, you just misspelled FNAF." Well, we all do it sometimes. But it's no, it's just it's a completely different game, and I'm like, "Oh, oops. Well, well." Alrighty, so now we have all the tails gone. We can better look at the tails that we have still. Hmm, it's not bad, but I want it to be more. I want it to be more fluid. You know what I mean? Hmm. let's see. We could also be doing this and then like never get to working on casts, which would be really unfortunate. But could definitely happen. Um, just like due to time. Um, Not bad. It's okay. Yeah, that's not. How does that look up there? That's not horrible. It's not too bad. Let's go to the in-betweens, because it's going to be largely the same going back and forth, so we can kind of copy them. That's the way, like, 2D artists can cheat, is by being able to copy certain frames. So that's how 2D artists cheat. Whereas in 3D, you can't really copy too many frames because they're usually very, very different between each other, or they have like completely different things that are going on. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, we're gonna do backwards. We're gonna lower that opacity because we don't need it super a lot. There we go. Oh, here's one for you, chat. Do you have any questions about uh about this character? Because they're interesting and they don't really show up too much. They really don't show up a lot in the demo. They're more part of the full game, which makes them kind of interesting, I think. Let me fix this up a little bit. There we go. Just going in and cleaning some lines up a bit. Ah, yeah. Alright, let's see how it goes. That's not bad. Alright. Oh wait, and I can't copy it though because Ah, because this upper half is not the same. I should have done the trick that I did with Hollow and his tail and his different movement, where I had him on two different layers, but I just didn't think of it. It's fine. Let's see here. Where's the last thing? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. There we go. Let me go to the straight down. That's straight down, yeah. There it is. There we go. There we go. And then, oh, I'm so glad you asked that question. This is okay. This is a really interesting thing. Um, whoa, Caroline stream at 10 p.m. Yeah, we're late. We're doing late night stream because homework. Homework said, "Hey, hey, I'm due tonight, and you haven't done me yet." So, yeah. Advanced algorithms said, "Hey, you remember that code you did at like midnight? Yeah, I'm not working correctly." Yeah. Yeah. So, late night stream. Anyways, so the whole smoking thing is actually really interesting. Um, so what he's smoking, um, is not your typical, it's not your typical like cigarettes, right? It's actually, it's actually something that's just as deadly as cigarettes. You're giving Muppet energy right now. What is it? Because of my hands? This is how I'm able to emote to you guys, because you can't see my face. So this is what I gotta do. I'm like giving Muppet energy because of my hands. But the interesting thing about the whole like smoking thing is because like just like real yeah, I thought it was because of my hands. Um, is because just like in real life, it is really bad for you. Um, and so what the cigarettes or what I believe what I call them in here is skull sticks. I think they're called skull sticks. Um, I've been wanting to make a hand puppet to use in videos. Fair. It would be really cool to have a hand puppet. It's like a VTuber but real and powerful. Dang. Dang. That's crazy. Um but so Death Sticks or not Death Sticks, that's Star Wars. Apparently. I didn't know that was Star Wars, by the way. Look that up. Apparently Death Sticks are in Star Wars. Um yeah. But so they're called skull sticks. And once I finish this tail animation, you'll see why exactly they're called skull sticks. Or you might have seen like earlier in the stream when we were testing out the animation. But they're very dangerous, just like, you know, their counterpart of like cigarettes in real life. And the reason is because so spirit animals can't die, right? But, or at least they can't die until their human counterpart dies, right? But, so what skull sticks do, and the reason they're actually banned in this world, is because they uh, basically loosen your connection to your human. So it's damaging your connection that you have to the human that you're supposed to be guiding, right? Which is not great. Not a great thing for to have going on with spirit animals. So that's why they're banned, right? And so, you know, this character smoking them, and you can see the skulls, you know, in the smoke here. But you can see why that would be kind of like, wow, that person's really edgy, you know, ooh. But also, it's like, ooh, how are they able to do that, you know? Are they not concerned about what that could do, you know? But yeah, so that's this one of the interesting things about this character. And I don't want to tell you guys too much, because again, I want to make sure that you guys still have like some unanswered questions that the game can fill in for you. But I do really love the skull sticks, because they were a random thing that I just chose to add in one day, and they just added a lot to this character that I didn't even realize they would add that much when I first thought of them. But it really does give you a better, like, a more in-depth idea of like who this character is, simply by them like smoking this. Because it's like, oh, like what are they doing? Why are they smoking something that would be harmful to their their human counterpart, like, or like cause them to where they are not as connected to their human counterpart, you know? So it's an interesting thought there for you guys of why this guy would not want to be connected to his human. Oh my goodness, this is so rough. Oh. All right. Let's see the whole thing. Here we go. Ah, I see. I should have waited a second or two before doing this. That's on me. That's my bad. Um, so we're gonna erase this. So what we're gonna do now, chat, is we're gonna basically push everything back a little bit. It just sucks because I can't copy and paste it like I could for other times. But this will make it not look like it's because when we were watching it, I don't know if you saw, but like it looked like it kind of had like a weird bounce back thing going on, and that's because we didn't really wait for it to kind of be able to register in our brains that it's having this directional shift, right? And because of that, our brains are like, wait, what? Oh, my music went out, chat. Hang on. There we go. There we go. We're all spick and span now. But essentially, we need to move each thing over one. So let me see here. This is straight down. So I need to shift that over to this. There we go. Alright, we're gonna redo some of these. Just because it's gonna make it a little bit easier on us later. Oh, I'm gonna kind of curve that out a little bit. Yeah, that should be good from there. We're gonna curve this a little bit to kind of like that. Yeah. And then we're gonna back here, go to here, and we're gonna try and figure out where we're going from here. we should be looking a lot smoother now with that change. Yeah, there we go. Hmm. I don't know. It's not bad, but I think it just could be better. You know what I mean? Like, it's not bad, but like, you know, it's like you could do better. It could be better. Hmm. I don't know. Well, let's. That's what we're gonna say we're good with for craft for now. Oh, hello, hello. Let me. Hello. Can I move around my projects? Hello. Jesus. If you want a small change, I recommend giving the end of the tail more wag. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is the possibly do that? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. That would give it, I think, that thing that it's missing. But we're gonna do that a different time. I'm gonna throw you guys into the void for a second while I get my iPad to the next thing, because for some reason my iPad's being weird while I'm trying to scroll through my stuff here. All right, let's see here. Ah, come on. I think this is it. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna pull you guys back out. Don't worry. Hello. All right. So this was done. Ah, the void, indeed, indeed, the void. Listen, it's just an old friend. I mean, who doesn't love the void? It's always there for you. All right, so this is what we have for Cass for our little walk cycle. We don't have flipbook. Uh, it wasn't too bad. Void conquered. Yeah, you're conquering my void. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But this is what we have for the walk cycle. Nothing too crazy. Just very simple. Right. So we'll be just doing the void is part of us. Indeed. Welcome. Yes. The void is a part of us. So for this, we're going to be working more on the arms today, just for a little bit, and then, but this was done before the what's it called? Before the flipbook thing was added, and so you guys may not be able to clearly see what I'm working on as well as the flipbook, because that works so well with you guys being able to see what I'm doing and with me being able to move things around. Um, what do you mean welcome? I've been silently observing. I don't know. Usually you say something in chat when you arrive, so that's why I was like, oh my gosh, hi. Man, my hands are like my like hand expressions really are like low key giving like Muppet, just because of the way that I'm emoting. It's so funny. Yeah, we got a lurker in chat. But you know what? Listen, I love to lurk in live streams. Like, I hardly ever, like, message in a live stream. Um, oh! Wait, there we go. And then, do we have them? Oh my. Interesting. Oh, what the heck? Oh, what the heck? Alright. Never mind, we automatically get thrown into flipbook. So, oh. Well, that was convenient. I guess it's just like a new feature that they're pushing. Um, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about that one. It's been quite useful. All right, we're just gonna fill in the blanks here just to make a nice smooth transition thing going on here, just so then we know what's going on. My gosh. We just need them to go by twos, I think. Yeah, I think that'll help. Alright, chat. Here's the true question. Do you guys have any questions about our protagonist here? That is the true question. Cause she's quite interesting. And she looks quite interesting as well. There we go. And now we have this. What is that jump? So it's not going high enough. Also, my music stopped. No! Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no, it's an ad. Actually no, wait. I support this ad. It's against smoking and vaping. So you know what? I support that ad. Anti smoking ad. Anti vaping ad. We support you. We support you. Alright, so I think this one's not coming up high enough. I'm gonna bring this up a little bit more. Because I don't think it's coming up high enough to work properly. properly as the final transition. So let's see again. No, it's still having that issue. I think it's because it's like all the way up there, and it's a big leap to get back to. Well, yeah, because that's all the way curled, and this isn't even. That's not even like getting near that. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. And then we change this to be more properly in between them. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a lot smoother. Look at that. Look at that. You can't even tell where the cut is, really. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Nice. Alright. So now the interesting parts. So we do have a jacket on. So it gives us a bit of like room to be a little bit big. And actually, because we have a jacket on, it encourages us to make a bit bigger of arms. And we can do a little bit smaller of hands in said jacket. Oh, did I? I did not. Don't you love it when you think, hey, I drew on a different layer? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Oh, also, chat. Here's a question for you. Do you want to see me play through Dispatch again, but make the opposite choices that we made the first time, like the opposite major choices that we made the first time, and see what happens? Or do you want to play like a different game, like play a different like long, like story esque game to kind of be our big continuation game? Let me know because I'm thinking about making a poll to figure out like really what we should play next, or like be doing on Mondays next. Because if we're not playing Dispatch on Mondays anymore, then we're gonna have to fill that free free play time with something else. this feels like such a peaceful stream tonight. I don't know why. It's just like, it's very peaceful. It's very calm. Very calm, peaceful stream. My camera, you know what? I think my camera heard that I might replace it, and it started acting like, oh my gosh, I have to actually log in, guys. I don't wanna be replaced. Please, I can still do it. That's what it's giving right now. Cause my camera, it's trying hard. It's trying hard right now. It's like, it's actually trying actively to be a decent camera, which is pretty interesting. I'm like, oh, that's all it took is me just being like, yeah, chat, don't worry, I'm looking into a new camera. Oh, interesting. Oh man, I keep forgetting to put it on the other layer. Did I do it? No, I didn't do it for this one. Bruh. Oh wait, no. That one's good. Then we do this one. I'm trying to keep like a certain distance between me and the stencil, or like the bones, just so then I can kind of get an idea of like how thick the arms should be. But, yeah, I'm good. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. Last one. All right. So let's see how it looks with the puffier arms. Not bad. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Hang on. There we go. Now you guys can kind of see it. So that's like what it looks like with the bigger, a little bit bigger arms. It's still got that weird up thing it's doing. It's kind of doing that weird like oh, I'm here, you know. So I gotta work that out a little bit. Hmm. 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 nice. And I'm over here being like, well, it's got this little uptick, and you're like, looking good in the neighborhood. I'm like, well, not not fully. We're not fully good in the hood right now. I think what would help actually. Is there a way to convert this whole track to? Okay, I don't know if you guys are having this issue with when it comes to you guys' phones or anything like that. But this one for some reason is like fine. I will have to go through and erase this middle part right here. Yeah, the stream delay is so funny. Yeah, stream delay is very real. Because I'll look at chat, but you guys won't see my response until, like, at least I think it's like, here, let's test how long stream delay is. When you get this message, put a 1. And now I wait. And now I wait. You guys also could just not put the 1, and, I could be like, wow, oh my gosh, you guys don't even hear me at all, and, like, all of that. Oh my gosh, wait, that's actually crazy how long it is. Oh my gosh, guys, that's actually insane. That is insane how long that stream delay is. Oh my gosh. I'm over here being like, it's probably not too bad. And then it does that, I'm like, oh, stream delay is very real. It's very real. It's like the meme of like, it's not real, it can't hurt you. Stream delay, literally staring me in the face right now. Yeah, it's very funny though. And it helps when playing video games like Dispatch, because then I can go back in the stream, and when I look over at my iPad, it's like just now getting to the part that I need to look back on. And it's like, yes. But then for other parts, I'm like, oh. Alright, so what I need to do is we need to go through and kind of erase this section here-ish, because it's kind of overlapping a bit with some of our stuff for the arms, just so then we can get a clearer picture of what we're doing exactly when it comes to the arms. So my roommate just sneezed. Chat, bless her. Bless my roommate. She just sneezed. We need to make sure that she doesn't die. That's what I learned, by the way, when I was younger, as a kid. That when you say like bless you, you're saying, oh, I hope you don't die. So yeah, it could be wrong, but I just think it's so funny if it is true. Thank you, chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, problem. You've blessed her greatly. Stream delay strikes again. Because you said bless you before hearing the rest of that story. Yeah, younger me really went around and said bless you, fully being like, yeah, so, and this means I hope you don't die because of the bubonic, I can't say it, bubonic plague, that's it. Yeah, so, yeah. Listen, elementary school and middle school for me were crazy times. Crazy times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not bad. Alright. And then let's dive right in here and use some of that. Nice. Oh, hang on 1 second, chat. It looks like I'm wanting inside. I'll be back in a second. Hi, chat. I'm sorry about that. Here, let me pull this off of here so then I can log back in. Um, you want to know something crazy? So the reason that I got pulled out of stream, um, my roommate does not know how washing machines work. So our old washing machine was very janky, right? And so the way that it worked was you could actually open the top lid, um, and you could see the water running, right? the new washing machine works like a washing machine should, in which it stops the water if you open it, right? And then some other washing machines will lock, you know, while it's doing the cycle. She thought that it was normal for you to be able to open a washing machine while it's pouring water in. And I don't think this is the case. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's a whole thing, you know, because isn't that like a whole thing of like, oh no, like something got locked inside the washing machine, and like, you know, you gotta suddenly like cancel it and like, you know, let the water drain out kind of thing. Like that's like a whole thing. But like with our washer, it doesn't have a lock on it, so I think it just stops the water instead. Because it's like a whole safety thing, right? And so she was really confused and was asking about like, you know, how to start it. It starts the same as the old one. But at first I thought she meant the dishwasher. And I was really confused. And I was like, it's not, like, I haven't run it yet. Like, what do you mean? And then I'm like, oh, you meant the washing machine. Like, that one. Oh, it was like, oh. Yeah, no, like, I don't know if it breaks anything, but I know, you can add, uh, I know you can, and the water turns off. Yeah, yeah. Cause I don't think you're supposed to open them. Like, oh, almost dropped my pen. I don't think you're supposed to open the washing machine, because what she was trying to do was she was trying to put clothes in as the water was running, and like add her detergent as it was like running, so then like she can like, you know, make sure it's evenly distributed. But I'm looking at her like, what? That just like, it makes sense, right? But it's like, what? What? Because like a washing machine, like it gets water everywhere. So, and like even like their detergent, even if you just put it on like, you know, top, it's like spinning everything around. It's getting all sudsy, you know. Um, but you know, I don't know. Pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy. So that's why I got pulled away from stream for a hot minute. And she tried to break in. She tried to break in, presumably to try and prevent me from sharing this lovely story with you guys. Didn't work. Didn't work, obviously. Um, Plus, on top of that, no one knows who's my roommate unless like you know me in person, and even then, you don't know which one I'm talking about. So, her identity's pretty well secret. For the most part. Uh, but those who know who it is, you'll know. If you know my roommates, you know which one it is. But if you don't know them, you have no clue. So, yeah. Eh. Oh. Oh. Well, that'll do it, chat. It looks like, I don't know if you can see it, but the foot goes down another step, and we don't have a little thing here to go with it. That'll be why it's jumping. I see. And I see now. Alright, so then we can actually, hold up. So I'm gonna do that. Just because we're gonna be moving this guy. Yeah. We're gonna be moving this guy. And we need to actually add, yeah. So we'll need to add that to do that. Be gone. Be gone. Be gone. do this, but this last one, we can do it to where it is kind of like this. And I hope this looks pretty smooth, but we'll find out. We'll see. We'll see how smooth this is gonna look. All right. Let's see how you look. Alright, so now it's jumping because of the back thing. Because we don't have the back coming up here. And we need it to be coming up. Because right about here, I think. Because I think maybe like right here. So right here, we should be seeing like something from the back here. I think. Let's see how that looks actually. No, I think it needs to be a little bit lower actually. A little bit smaller. This guy coming up a bit, like that. Yeah. Let's see if that's. Better yet, let's go from here, and let's say we're doing this, so it'd be here. Why are you speaking to me? Why are you speaking to me? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's what I thought. I just blew my little guy. We need it to be more out, it looks like. Alright, so we want it to be more like this. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Alright, let's try it now. Yeah, that's a lot better, I think. That's looking a lot better. Chip chip cheerio. Oh wait, hold up. I forgot I didn't have my music playing in my ears, so I was like, wait. I have no idea if you guys are hearing music or not. Okay. So now, actually, I might angle this to be. I gotta angle that to. Oh. upper and going down. There we go. So now, there we go. That's not too bad. There we go. Not bad at all. Not bad. Also, guys, I am going to be working on the 50 subscriber special this week. So then we can, we can have that in the bank ready. So if you guys want to have anybody, if any of you are like thinking about subscribing and haven't subscribed already, or you know people that haven't subscribed and are just waiting, or maybe they heard me being like, wait guys, don't subscribe yet because I need to get the special ready, tell them they can subscribe because I am getting that special out, or at least ready in the bank for when we hit it. And then I also am planning to do a special thing, because I do have a plan for stuff, guys. I have some plans. I have some things that are in the workshop right now that I'm really excited to show. So we'll see. We'll see. Because I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm working on currently. So I have a campaign that's going on in Pathfinder, which, if you don't know what Pathfinder is, it's like a D&D variant, right? And so I have a game that's going on in that, and so I'm working on possibly making that a series on the channel. But it's not a really visual. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding some visual stuff to the audio recording that we have. Ooh, you've heard of Pathfinder? Yeah. So it's a lot of our teams, or our parties, like, first time doing Pathfinder. And so bear with us because we don't know fully what we were doing. But it was really fun, and I think the story and the lore is really interesting, which is why I want to put it out there for you guys to be able to watch it on YouTube. And the whole party gave permission for it, so and they're really excited about me drawing them and doing the cool visuals and all that. So it's gonna be exciting. But I'm thinking about possibly waiting. I don't know. We'll see, because I'm gonna talk to some other people and see how they feel about the releasing of it, right? Because we're gonna see. We'll see, chat, right? Because I have a plan. I have a possible plan, right? But I'm gonna run it through some people who know YouTube before I announce it on stream. Because I don't want to make any things that I might need to go back on later. So we're gonna wait on announcements. But just know, in the background, there are things going on, and there are things in the works. So be excited, be interested. I'm really excited for you guys to learn about the story that's going on with the Pathfinder game, because it was was supposed to be just a one shot because like because this is a gang that I've met from my job at the tutoring center, right? That'd be sick. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Um, but yeah, so we were just in like our job, and it was really slow that day, and somebody had brought Pathfinder, right? And we were like, oh my gosh, is that Pathfinder? And then next thing we know, it's like, oh my gosh, let's make characters. Let's do a one shot. And then, and then we started making characters, and it's like, oh, this is like a whole other. This is a whole story. This is a whole thing. And it was so interesting that we decided to make a whole campaign out of it. Um, and I'm really interested to see how it goes because it's a little bit different than your typical D&D thing, I think. It's something that it adds an element that I haven't seen really. It could be something that does exist out there in the many different D&D and Pathfinder playthroughs, but I haven't seen it, and I think it's really interesting and going to be really interesting to see how the DM deals with the problem or situation that we threw at him with our characters alone, just our characters. And you'll see what I mean when I release the video, because in the video I'm going to give a debrief on who our characters are, what uh, what kind of the lore of the world is, and what we did in the practice round, which was not recorded. So those are the things that I'll be debriefing before we get into even the recording that that I'm gonna be playing for you guys in that video. But I'm very excited for it. It's gonna be really awesome. Anyways, I don't think we're getting any more work done, guys. I'm gonna be real. I'm pretty tired. But I will say thank you guys so much for coming and watching the stream and interacting with the stream as well. Thank you guys so much. There's so many of you. There's so many of you today. And I'm just so happy you guys spent your Singles Awareness Day, by the way. Singles Awareness Day with me. I know. I'm one of you guys. Single Awareness Day. Yeah. I didn't know it was a thing either until apparently I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's what's after Valentine's Day. How interesting. And it's very fitting that my music cut out right now. We've multiplied, indeed. Alright, chat. I'm going to set out a poll on what we should possibly play on Monday. Yeah. And yeah, and we'll see what we're going to be playing on Monday, and I'm going to work on the 50 subscriber special, so if you're not subscribed, subscribe, and if you know anybody who might want to subscribe, get them to subscribe, or if you just know people that, you'd be like, oh, I could get them to subscribe, they're not going to really care too much, because if you're subscribed, you can just get people to subscribe and they don't even have to watch. Guys. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming and watching the stream. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye, chat. Bye.